Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, on this episode of my solo cast, we're talking about red flags. Oh my gosh, this is for all of us, including myself, because for me, I feel like I have ignored a few red flags and I'm just done doing that. So this is for all of us single girlies who are going into the world, possibly dating men. Let's unpack all of these red flags that I asked you guys about on Instagram, and I'm also going to elaborate on them with my own kind of, experience. So without any further ado, let's just get into this, okay? Please, ladies, let us be aware. Let us walk into, if you plan on dating in 2024, let us walk with our eyes. Let us walk into this situation with our eyes wide open and well aware of all the red flags. Okay, let's get into it. The first thing somebody says, not willing to go to therapy. Now, I feel like a lot of people these days don't believe in therapy. Tons of people do, right? But I feel like if you were brought up in a home where therapy wasn't a thing, not a lot of people believe in that. But I believe that if you believe in marriage, you believe in making things work, sometimes going to therapy, going to couples counseling may help the situation. Sometimes you need to get a person that's unbiased involved. And if you're not open to therapy, you're not going to be open to couples counseling. And I think that's really important. It's really, really important to have somebody who's open to making things work with you, because nobody wants to get married or no one's getting into a relationship just for it to end. Okay? That's not what we're doing. We're dating for purpose. We're dating with intention. Especially to my girlies in your late 20s, early 30s, whatever the case is, we are dating with intention. Okay? Next one is a partner getting drunk with friends and ignoring your calls. Yeah. I feel like at some point, not that I'm being judgmental, right? But I was speaking to someone at one point who I feel like couldn't survive without alcohol. And for me, I don't know, I'm not a fan. Personally, I'm not a fan of alcohol or getting blackout drunk. I feel like there's a time and a place. And every once in a while is nice, but like all the time, I don't know. Also, not taking your calls, that's a bit sus. Love bombing. Being interested in all of your interests, not sharing finances equally. Yes, love bombing. Narcissists love to love bomb you. They say and do all the right things in the beginning to get you, and then the facade falls away and then their true colors show, and then boom. It's another drama. A guy who constantly puts his family first. I think it depends. I think within reason, at the end of the day, his mother and father did come before you, and it depends, like, what is he putting before you, Is his parents sickly? Is their health okay? But yeah, you ideally have to understand that our partners need to put them first and then us, and then is everybody else, Especially when you're building a life with someone, you always need to put yourself first and be the best version of yourself for everyone else that comes after. It's you, then your partner. But if you put your family first, or if you put your family above your partner, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like to a certain degree, when you're dating, it's still fine. But when you're in a marriage and you're living this life, it's very important to set boundaries with your family and set boundaries with your partner or your spouse. I would say more so set boundaries with your family, because sometimes families have no boundaries and it's absolutely ridiculous and frustrating. But at the same time, yeah, I think it's within reason, some parents are getting old, they're getting sickly, like obviously their child is going to worry about them. So yeah, in the grand scheme of things, your partner should think about you when making decisions, especially when it comes to his family. I feel like there's something else I wanted to say. People who deny the power of therapy. Seems like a lot of you are in agreement with this one. Being over 25 and not being self-aware. Frontal lobe is fully developed at that point. You're right. It is fully developed. Apparently your frontal lobe fully develops at 25 or 26. So if a man above that age is still making shitty decisions, can you get any more from him at that point? I don't even know. Girlies, men, or people who have money don't need to talk about it. I love how the people who supposedly have money are always talking about how they have money. But when you get down to it, they really don't have money. If you have money, nobody needs to talk about it. So if a man is talking about how much he has, red flag. He doesn't need to get into that nitty-gritty with you unless you guys are moving in together and forming a household. Like, nobody needs to flex their money, okay? Somebody says, men who expect you to struggle with them. I struggle with my acne and that is enough. Men who expect you to struggle with them. Listen, I think when you are a little older, like my age and above, I feel like it's gone are the days where we struggle on a struggle bus with a man. We don't do that anymore, guys. I feel like if you are independent and you have your own money, why are you struggling with a man who can't get his life together, who can't get his business together? Like, I don't know, it just does not make sense to me. Men who expect you to struggle with them, boy, bye. At my big old age, boy, bye. One that's following, liking, and commenting the opposite gender. Someone with high following. That's what they said. I feel like social media is so easily accessible to men that they are okay just liking, following, posting, commenting, whatever. But big red flag. Big red flag. Honestly. If a man is giving another woman attention. Inconsistency. Lies. Story that keeps changing. Lack of effort. Oh. Okay. This is 4. The third one is unable to process or communicate emotions. Doesn't value family. Here's the thing. You don't want a guy who puts his family first. But you also don't want a guy who doesn't value family. That's why I say when it comes to family, there's a very thin line. When it comes to you being his partner, and this is where I will draw the line. If my partner puts me in a position where I feel like I'm being disrespected by his family and he's not standing up for me, that's not a vibe. That is not a vibe. At the end of the day, it is your family, okay? In the same way, I wouldn't expect you to check my family if my family was treating you some kind of way. Don't expect me to check your family. That is your family. That is your parents. You know them better than I do. You have known them your whole life. I've only been here for a little while. You need to stand up for your partner. If you don't know how to do that, maybe don't consider being in a relationship. Grow some mangoes. That's a bit too big. They can't even grow mangoes. Grow some jalapenos and step up for your partner, okay? Your partner does not need to be fighting your family. You need to tell your parents where the boundaries are and what you will and will not tolerate when it comes to disrespecting your partner, period. Also, yes, there are a lot of emotionally available men. Sorry, emotionally unavailable. I'm still on this same person's responses. There are men who are emotionally unavailable, and for me, that's just not it. Do you guys know how hard you have to fight for a man when he is emotionally unavailable? It literally feels draining, exhausting, tiring, because you constantly have to be like, asking him about how he feels, and he's never in the moment, and he's always like You're listening and you're a therapist for all his drama, but he never like switches back and asks you, how are you doing? Emotionally unavailable men are honestly the pits. Please do not get into a relationship with somebody who is unable to communicate their feelings, emotionally unavailable. I feel like when you really want to be in a relationship with someone, you will communicate. When you really feel like this is the person I want to be with, this is the person that I feel like can change me for the better and I can change her for the better, or not even change, that I can motivate to be the best versions of themselves and she can motivate me to be the best version of myself. If you don't make the effort to show someone how much they mean to you, even though it's hard for you to communicate, then you're not taking the relationship seriously. No one is perfect. In an ideal world, yes, everyone will have everything figured out. But if your partner is telling you, listen, I'm unable to read your emotions, and you don't try and meet them halfway, guys, the biggest thing you need to look at when selecting a partner is how can you grow with this person, and are they open to hearing even the difficult things that may come from you about how they make you feel. Inconsistency, lies, lack of effort. Yo guys, the lack of effort these days, men don't even want to take girls on the first date anymore. Oh, that's a story for another day. But lack of effort is giving. I was in a talking phase with someone, and the lack of effort was speaking volumes. Eventually, I told my friends, like, I'm like, guys, this is not gonna work because this guy is not giving what he needs to give. But like, I stuck around a little bit more, but I pulled back because I was like, this man ain't shit. The lack of effort is wow, and anybody got time for that? It's always, oh, we should have done this, or we should have gone out, or we should have, would have, could have, but we didn't. Thank you. Men also really tend to lie these days. I don't know what is up with the lying. I don't know what is up with the lying that you have certain things when you don't, to make a woman fall in love with you or like you or get someone to date you, and then they realize that's really not who you are. The lies need to stop. At the end of the day, everybody tells a little white lie here and there to maybe get out of something, but the lies that men tell fundamentally about who they are, they're not trying to get out of anything. The fact that they're lying about who they are and where they come from and all the things they have and the bits and bobs, they think we're stupid. We can put two and two together. You can lie to us until kingdom come. We will still be detectives and we'll figure that shit out, no matter how hard you try to lie. Claiming you without asking you to be their boyfriend or girlfriend. Oh my god, this was me in 2021. You ask the man, so what are we? And he just gaslights you. Oh, you're the woman in my life. I am claiming you. You are the one I want to be with. Meantime, they've never said, will you be my girlfriend? Trash. Acting different when around certain people, like you need to be the same person. Okay. Yes, ma'am. I feel like when there is a behavioral habit and a difference when you are in front of other people, I don't know, I don't vibe. The consistency in terms of everything, across everything, you need to be consistent with who you are in any setting at the end of the day. So if you are pretending to be someone you're not in different settings, I'm thinking something's not right, and why are you acting like this person? I hate fake people. If you're gonna pretend to be fake, don't waste your energy. Don't waste your energy, don't waste your time, because a lot of people can see right through you. The people you are fooling will come to know your stink at some point. People can only be fooled for so long. I mean, look at what's happening in Hollywood right now. Everybody has kept up these facades for decades, and now the shit hit the fan. And, or should I say, now the cow dung hit the fan. And guess what? Now we know who people truly are. And I feel like I know people's true colors will eventually show, because you can't lie for too long about who you truly are. Anyway, he's over 30 and still stays with his parents, not because he has to take care of them. I'm sorry, guys. One of the biggest red flags for me, and I always said this going into my last relationship, and it took a 180, right? I always said I need a man who is as independent as I am. You cannot be living with your parents. You cannot be looking to get into a relationship when you don't even have your own space, you don't have your own things. Like, it's just not giving. And after 30, like, surely, like, I understand, I get it, like, to save money and to, like, limit household expenses, and especially after the pandemic and, you know, with the unemployment situation we have in South Africa, I completely get it. If you are staying with your parents for a good reason, you're trying to save your money, your parents are encouraging you to save your money so you can buy your first property, whatever the case is, as long as you have something going for you. You know, I have no gripe with people staying with their parents and saving money, but you have to have the intention of doing so. Otherwise, you're just being a leech. You have no ambition. You're not thinking for yourself. You're not thinking in the bigger picture. You're not thinking, oh, you're going to have a partner. You want to have a safe space for her to be there without your parents, like, on your shoulder the whole time. You want to maybe cook for your partner or have chilled out vibes. Take your partner on date night. If you're still living in your mother's house, the last thing I'm thinking is you planning a date night, because you can't even plan your own shit. How are you going to plan? You can't even plan how you're going to move out of your parents' house, but you want to plan date night. I don't see men who still live with their parents taking you out on date night. That's just my opinion. It's giving he'll take you home to eat his mother's biryani. That's about it. Takes you expressing yourself as an argument. Just stop talking to me forever, please and thank you. I think it's very important to listen to people's feelings. Yes, this is a red flag, because just listen to people. You know, not everything is a fight. Somebody will just be trying to tell you, listen, I feel like this because you made me feel ABC type of way, whatever the case may be. Is be open to listening to people. If you think you are the victim at every point and turn, and you are right and everybody else is wrong, there's no real growth in that. There's no growth for you. And big red flag. Somebody says polo drivers, South boys. I wouldn't know. Not family orientated. Again, for me it's a fine line between being family orientated or putting your family first. I think boundaries need to be drawn, and if they are not drawn and if they're not healthy, and especially if his mother wants him to be like her second husband or her husband, big red flag. Dishonest and disrespect. Dishonesty is, I don't know what is going on in the world that we live in. Dishonesty. I've had men use me to make other women feel insecure. Okay, one man. Okay, two. Because I know someone I was dating yonks ago would also tell girls that I was his ex. Why are you telling girls this? Because you want them to feel inadequate when they look at me, when they look at my social media profile? Don't be that man, okay? Don't be that man. Don't be disrespectful to women like that. Secondly, don't lie on women's names. One person I didn't even date, he was telling I don't know how many girls on TikTok that he dated me and all this other drama. I'm not saying I think the world of myself, please don't get it twisted, but to make up lies to make women feel inadequate about themselves is not it. Because that's what you're trying to achieve by saying that you were dating so and so. You basically want them to go and see who this girl is to make them feel some type of way. To make them feel like, oh, you're the man. You are not the man. You wish you were. Anyway, when your WhatsApp notifications are off, yeah, that is a red flag. Because what are you hiding? Why is he not answering the phone after 40 missed calls? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if he's not answering the phone after 40 missed calls, should he even be a partner? What if you were dying? What if you needed saving? What if you needed his help? What if you had a flat tire and you needed help? and you were stranded in the middle of the night in the middle of nowhere, was he gonna care? Yeah. Someone who speaks down on you when they're upset. Oh, big red flag. For me, one of the things I've learned is that you will truly see who someone is when they are upset. And if they speak down on you when they are upset, and if that feeling can make someone turn against you, somebody who they're supposed to love and care about, nope, run, babes. No ambition. Being possessive. No ambition goes for itself. You cannot be a super ambitious person and be with somebody who can't even bother about what his next move is. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. You cannot be an ambitious person in a relationship with someone who has no ambition. It's just not going to work. You both need to work with each other to achieve a goal. As for being possessive, no. Indian men love to be possessive. We are not something that you own. We are our own individual human beings. Okay? Get with the program. Being emotionally unavailable but still faking interest. Whew. Men love to manipulate. They love to gaslight like that. Projecting past trauma onto a new person. Inconsistent behavior, then acting as if nothing happened. That's a typical narcissist. Typical narcissist. Projecting past trauma onto a new person, being emotionally unavailable, but giving you little drips of hope here and there, and also inconsistent behavior and acting as if when they see you nothing happened. They're the sweetest human on the face of the planet. I've been in a toxic relationship like this, guys. It is the worst. It is the pits. Let me tell you something. This person basically strangled me, strung me along the words, strung me along for a year. How long was that? Let me calculate properly. A year and 3 months. I don't know why I thought it was longer. A year and 3 months. Because his ex cheated on him. He was projecting his trauma onto me. He thought I was a cheater. He would check my phone. When I say, let me check your phone, he had a curved screen. I would see this mother effer delete girls' chats off his phone and then give me the phone. Like, do you think I'm dumb? I'm right in front of you asking you to check your phone, and you literally like going through your chat, deleting girls' messages and your chats. Special place in hell for those men. Not that I'm wishing the worst upon men, but these narcissists, your karma is coming. Last scene is off. Okay, granted, my last scene is off because sometimes I just don't want to talk to people and they're just bothering me all the time. Emotionally unavailable. It's a common thread here. When he says he's going to do something and doesn't, he does this often. He's unreliable and flaky. Unreliable and flaky. Ladies, you cannot build a relationship with a man who's unreliable and flaky. You cannot build a marriage with a man who's unreliable and flaky. Like, no. If he keeps letting you down last minute, no, hell no. Puts his phone on do not disturb before handing it to you just to choose music. Biggest red flag. Why are you putting your phone on do not disturb? The only time I put my phone on do not disturb is when I'm going to sleep, so that the notifications don't bother me, because I can wake up to a sound of a notification. So to change music, something's fishy. Doesn't talk to one of his siblings, a sign that he doesn't like being held accountable. Oh, listen guys, listen. We all have moments in time where we fight with our siblings, where we have drama with our siblings, but it's never a reason to like cut your sibling off completely, you know, unless maybe there's some trauma there and you're not ready to resolve it. But also, if you're not ready to be held accountable, especially in a relationship or in a family situation, then I'm sorry, I'm sorry, also I don't want to be a part of situations where men don't know how to be held accountable. They don't know how to take constructive criticism. How are you ever going to grow as a person if you never listen to what anyone has to say? There's no growth. There is no growth. We're constantly going to be stuck in the same toxic cycle for the rest of your poor life and your children's life and your wife's life. Please don't do that. When your partner disregards how you felt in that moment by justifying their actions, I call BS. Again, guys, if somebody does not want to listen to what you have to say, biggest red flag. This is gonna cut off. I feel like biggest red flag. If your partner is disregarding how they made you feel and is trying to justify their actions, yes, everybody is allowed to explain how they felt in retaliation to how you felt or whatever the case is. But you should always listen to your partner. Listening and comprehension, guys, a lot of people need to go back to school to get their school fees back because, wow. Someone who gets visibly angry for small things like screaming, etc. over little things, red flag. Someone who dates one of your friends and is now trying his luck with you, red flag. Also girl code. Disrespect and pretending to be a good person in front of other people but treats you like crap in private. Biggest red flag. Please, baby girl, leave now. Don't even waste your time. Pack your shit and go home. Please, please. Your partner not having time for you, responding to your messages 5 hours later. I understand. I understand if your partner has a corporate job and they're sometimes stuck in meetings and they don't have time to, you know, check in with you at every point in time. I was dating someone who was in corporate, and at the beginning he would respond to me any chance he got. If he was going to get busy, he would say I'm going into a meeting, etc, etc. Towards the end, when the shiz was hitting the fan, he wouldn't reply the whole day. Probably send me a morning message, maybe at lunchtime and in the afternoon, which is very unlike him. And then you learn the truth and you're like, oh, so you're talking to someone else the whole day instead of me, and you just don't want to confuse the messages. Anyway, what a joke, my darling. I'm assuming that's what happened. I really don't know if that's what happened. Maybe he was just overwhelmed. He reckoned, you know, I might as well not speak to both of us. But and then the calls also got less frequent. And then when I would try calling, it will say this person is on another call. And then they would call back and say, oh, you tried calling? Sorry, I was busy, or I'm still working. And then it's like, who were you on a call with? Oh, I wasn't on a call. I'm like, do you think I'm dumb? Why would WhatsApp lie? He's like, I don't know, my WhatsApp is just faulty. Who the gaslighters, guys? What a joke. Your partner putting his last scene off on WhatsApp every weekend when he goes out with the boys, biggest red flag. I do want to say though, your partner not having time for you, I'm not going to say responding to messages after 5 hours is a good enough reason to say your partner's not making time for you. A good enough reason is him not actually wanting to spend time with you. People get busy during the week, but obviously if he started off on a high note and now things are getting crazy, say to him, listen, what's going on? You used to talk to me all the time. Now you're taking 5 hours to read my messages. What's going on? Be straight up. Don't be scared, honey. Speak your mind. Oh, she followed up with, not being consistent, only making time for you when he feels like it. No. He needs to make time for you. Y'all may need to make time for each other, even when one person doesn't feel like it. But then if he doesn't feel like it, why is he in a relationship with you? When you are first dating, a man who is dating you will want to be around you all the time. Y'all will meet every weekend, every chance you get. Boy, bye. He claims he's yours but continues to entertain others behind your back. If he hasn't asked you to be his girlfriend, there is a chance he's messing around. Don't fall for it, sweetie. Lies, taking their phone even to drink water. I'm tired. The minute they get to you, the list goes on. I'm tired the minute they get to you. Oh, trash, red flag. Not responding to messages when you know he always has his phone on him. Red flag. Still live with rents after having done jack shit and expects everything to be done for them. Oh, no, 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 gal. No, 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 no. When my fur babies don't like them, period. When they don't like fur babies, oh, biggest red flag. Biggest red flag. And you know they are a red flag if the pets don't like them. If he is rude and disrespectful towards your family, throw that boy in the bin if he is rude and disrespectful to your family. Okay, I get that some families are a bit standoffish because, you know, you as their daughter are the apple of their eye. You can't do no wrong. You know, you're the most perfect child ever and nobody will ever be perfect enough for you. I get that. But at the same time, like, you as a man need to read the room and be like, okay, I understand the situation. I'm reading the room and I'm not going to respond with the same disrespect I'm walking into. You know what I mean? How people treat you is a reflection of them and the circumstances, and how you respond is a reflection of you. Ladies, yes, you also. So that is it for all the red flags. There's a lot. I have to say that I have also been through my fair share of red flags. I feel like, hold on, I think I have a list on my phone. My red flags: someone who is not thoughtful, someone who does not think about how their actions will impact me, someone who is not mature, doesn't think maturely, doesn't have a mature mindset, somebody who is not kind and gentle. It's so important to be with a person who's not just kind to you, who's not just kind to their closest people, who's kind to everyone. When you go to a restaurant and you sit down, the way they interact with a waiter shows how kind they are. You know what I'm saying? Someone, for me, a red flag is someone who can't match my energy. If I am going out of my way to spoil you or to make you feel special and you don't ever think of me or to make me feel special, red flag for me. Red flag, I will be walking my ass out of there. Red flags can also be very personal for me, I feel, and I think it's very dependent on your feelings. Like I'm saying, I'm just like kind of generalizing here when I'm speaking about these things and kind of giving you guys other things to think about. But you know, in relationships there's no black or white. There's a lot of gray areas, unfortunately. Someone who doesn't like to take you on dates. I feel like these are also my non-negotiables. Non-negotiables and red flags. If you don't like going on dates, why am I wasting my time with you? I am a woman to be courted. Thank you. Someone who isn't self-aware, for me, biggest red flag. Someone who doesn't pride themselves on being independent or being financially stable. For me, that's the biggest red flag. Because financial stability opens up so much doors for you. And let me tell you something, ladies. We are not trying to pay a man's bills. Neither are some of us trying to get a man to pay our bills. But you do need a partner who's going to come to the party if you guys have a household together. This is a red flag for me. Someone who is not God-fearing. If you claim to be religious and you're not all that religious, or like, you can tell somebody's relationship with God, and if they have fear for God, I'm not saying you should be frightened, skirk out of your mind, but at least be a God-fearing man. Like, think about your actions and think about someday you're gonna have God to answer to. None of these men know, I don't even think none of these men ever know that God exists. But I need a praying man. Please and thank you. Because if I am going to be praying for everybody else, I also need someone to pray for me. My mother's prayers are saving me half my life. Can I also get another one on the prayer roll? Thank you. And yeah, that's about it. That's about it. It's so important to be independent, to be financially stable. I completely understand that we are in a difficult economic climate, which is totally understandable. But a lot of us make provisions as self-employed individuals, as entrepreneurs, as women. A lot of us make provisions to make sure we can sustain ourselves. And why can't men do the same? You know, if you can't afford to be in a relationship or court someone, stay single. I don't understand how we are still making babies in the state of unemployment that is happening in the world. You know, babies cost a lot of money. Babies do come with their own level of blessings and all of that stuff, but all I'm saying is don't be reckless, okay? Anything can happen. Relationships, you shouldn't be in a relationship if you can't bring to the table. I feel like men nowadays will ask you what you can bring to the table, but they don't even have one chair, let alone the dining room set we are coming with. So I'm just being frank with you guys. It's really not fair that women in this day and age have to now be the providers. We already as women bring so much more to the relationship than men can. Most of us know how to cook. Most of us know how to clean, how to take care of a household. We're earning our own money. When you have children, most of that responsibility falls on the mother. Yes, the dad can also, you know, pull his weight. But at the same time, majority of things tend to fall on the woman. And women typically in a household take more pride in certain things, in doing certain things, like the cooking, like the cleaning. Yes, I know men are now in integrated households where they cook, they clean, they do this, they do that. They are picking up the slack where their partner can't. And that is what a partnership should be, okay? But just for the mere fact that women also bring their feminine energy into the relationship, along with the fact that we have the ability to reproduce and become mothers and then have to breastfeed that child and take care of that child, especially when the mother has maternity leave and the father needs to go back to work. That automatically tells you when you are planning a family and when you are planning a long-term relationship, a lot of responsibilities will fall on the woman in general. So men need to come to the party. We don't live in a time where our mothers do everything and our fathers just go to work and make the money and that's all they do. We don't live in that time. We live in a time where both men and women make their money and both of them need to pull their weight. And I completely understand that in some instances, yes, men may be pulling their more weight in some women's eyes because they allow you to be a stay-at-home mom, they work, all of that stuff. Yes, great. And I understand that sometimes women will have to be the sole providers because of the unemployment rate, whatever. All I'm saying is, for those of us who work hard to get where we are today, me, you watching out there, it's so important to be discerning about a partner. Are they going through a bad patch, or are they in a bad situation because of their continuous bad decisions? And that's where I draw the line. Are you having a bad phase in your life? Because you can't be having a bad phase 6 months of the year. It doesn't make sense. You're either going through something or you're not going through something. And when you are going through something, you look for all the positives. Not every day is a new thing, every day is a new drama. That shows me that you don't know how to make good decisions for yourself. I digress. That's enough for our red flag talk today. I really hope you guys have gained a bit of insight about what not to look for in a partner and where to look for the red flags. Because let me tell you something. I know that some of us women are very picky. Some of us will meet people where they are and accept people for who they are. But sometimes it's really worth going the extra mile and being a little bit more fussy with who you allow into your space, because these men can't be bothered. So we have to be discerning, we have to be bothered, we have to put in the work so that we don't end up with bad quality experiences. High standards protect you from low quality experiences. Period. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have any other red flags that I haven't mentioned in today's video, please leave it down below in the comment section and let us stay educated, sweetie. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to slay all day every day with and without makeup, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye.